Hey everybody, how's it going? Brando here. Not sure how I wanted to start this one. Basically, the situation we're having with our neighbors that I'm currently documenting is, it's just getting worse and worse. Basically, I wanted to create an introduction video that just kind of gave some context of what we're dealing with, and I did that. I recorded it. It was like an hour long. I haven't even edited it yet, and I got to get this stuff out there. So I was looking at just doing a situation by situation, like the day we met Fulvio, and how there was just there was something off about him, and I was planning on doing that, but I'm also putting stuff on my other channel, Trinix Media, and there's just a lot I'm trying to do. I find myself in a just shit situation, and Fulvio knows that, and he's just exploiting it to the almost of whatever his ability is. He's determined to get us out of here. And yesterday we received a note from him. I don't know. Before I hit that, I just want to touch base again on just what I'm dealing with here. Now, I'm currently dealing with some heavy depression. Like, I don't even want to say this, but I mean, I can't even say it out loud. I made an attempt this summer on my life. And it's not something I'm proud of, but between, I walked away from my business and just trying to switch careers and not have it work out. So far, losing my nut in the markets in 2018, which pretty much just totally fucked me. From continuing on my education, really. And then, and then the depression has been compounding. And honestly, just real quick, with the day I met Fu, I mentioned it. I walked from my business because he was asking about the driveway, and I did use it a whole lot because I wasn't doing the carpet cleaning. And I mentioned I'm working at home. But within the first few months of 2019, like spring, summer 2019, I made mention that I was going through a hard time. He's my neighbor. He moved in 30 feet off my backyard. I figured if he's going to be that close, I'll be neighborly. And, I told him this with the carpal tunnel and just stuff that I've been dealing with. And I feel like he's used that against me and just taken advantage of my depression, which is sick. And it brings me to yesterday. We got this note. Basically, it stated, I'll show you right here. Okay, and then he says, as you know, our shared driveway on Ellicott Road is in poor shape. No, not really. It's pretty good for a farm driveway, actually. So, before they moved in, there was no traffic there. It was just me and the carpet cleaning trucks. We never saw the farmer even there. I don't know if they ran different hours. I was working during the days back then, so who knows. But here's, a truck dropping off a load of stone for them. Here's their well trucks. What is this, in April? Giving some more context, they have an easement right of way that's not right to modify by any means. And I can get up that driveway, no problem. And I showed this yesterday. It says, when the snow promises to make traveling through the space even more difficult. You know what? That's like snow removal. 2 feet of snow, it doesn't matter what kind of driveway you have underneath. 2 feet of snow on top of whatever driveway is going to make it impassable. So they're going to come repair the road next weekend, repair. This is the first time he's given us any sort of notice about anything. Even the culvert, he gave us 10 minutes. Since the space being maintained and improved is shared, we are requesting that you pay half of the improvement cost, which amount to $1,165. We already improved the culvert, which they did without any of my knowledge. They just did it. And it didn't even need to be done, really. I didn't notice any difference. There was no difference in drainage. We can't continue to absorb the shared cost. That's funny because at the end of August, they came at me and pretty much threatened to paralyze me. That's going to be another video. It's not this one. They keep saying they have these vast resources, and they're going to use everything at their disposal to pretty much get us the hell out. They're going to attempt to get us the hell out of here. They're so ballsy though. Like, the nerve. You may make a check or money order out to me, or you can make it out to me. Now, wait a minute. Let's see an invoice. What about the contract? Because I talked to Pierce, and they're like, oh, they signed a contract. I'm like, whoa, hold up a minute. They don't have the authority to do that. But the old man, seemed like pretty nonchalant about it. Like, oh, it's up to you and the lawyers. I'm like, or whatever, you and him. And I'm like, that's not his call. It's not your call. It's my call. And I say, no. These guys just cannot railroad me. So he wants me to pay half, but he doesn't want me to, like, I can't, like, have any say into the plans or anything. It's like, that's just an arbitrary number. Yeah, he's like, oh, I encourage you to contact my lawyer. The references matter. He is already aware of who you are. Yeah, I'm your neighbor that's been neighborly, and then you guys just freaking, from day one, are just assholes. I believe we can accomplish this mutually. No, you don't. Not at all. Not after you guys. I saw the look in your eye after I mentioned this. Beneficial task without the issue. No. And any need for legal counsel. Nope. Again, the driveway would be much easier and safer for both parties to travel after the required maintenance. No, I have no idea what this vague maintenance is, so forget about it. This guy is such an ass. Surely an improved road will make your business much easier to conduct. No, because I told you, you fucking dick, I work from home, I'm on third shift, I code, that's why I'm inside, and that's why, like, during the day, I'm freaking sleeping, and it's like, oh, Brandon's inside, I'm not doing it. And yeah, I'm trying to, though. It's not like I'm fucking sitting around with my feet up watching TV all day. And they just assume that I'm just this fucking scumbag. And it's bad enough that I feel that way because I'm not providing right now. You know, I'm not bringing home the bacon. And these guys just... But I'm fucking trying. So here's yesterday. I wanted to go over... Now here's a car with low-profile tires. And I wanted to show it can get up a driveway no problem. It just so happens Fu just got home. Fu 2. That's his son. There's two of these guys. Fulvio Sr. and Jr. Here's Fulvio Jr., walking up to get his mail. It just so happens that I had just gotten home a little bit sooner. They always, well, I'm going to play it and shut up. Yeah, I just wanted to record this video to show that this driveway is perfectly fine for a car with low-profile tires to get up it. So the car with low-profile tires, tires can get up this driveway. This doesn't need to be worked on at all. Yeah, I'm gay, dude, right. I mean, just out of nowhere, they're just unprovoked. Fulvio too, everyone, right there. They're just fucking assholes. I didn't do anything to them. Like I said, this driveway is not in disrepair. These guys are And I apologize for this. I drop an R, the mentally disabled, handicapped, whatever, because I just don't. I don't want to make excuse for it. I think it's from like grade school. Like it's maybe that was used a lot back in the day. It shouldn't, and I apologize for that. But I wanted to be honest because, you know, I don't want to, like, paint the picture like, oh, these guys are just... I cursed in this video, and like I said, this driveway was that instance, you know, I dropped the R word, and I edited it out because it just didn't... I don't even think they heard me, but it's... I wanted to be honest in the fact that I edited it. I just didn't even want it being played. Now this camera down here, it's on a 5-second. For some reason, the motion isn't getting triggered on it, so it only updates every 5 seconds. I'm just gonna do a commentary right along with this. They're like specifically said they're gonna use their resources to get out. And on August 29th, Fulvio Sr. said, "Write to my wife, start looking for another place to live." I mean, how do you think that feels? You know, we've been here like 12 years, and I'm not saying just because we've been here longer, we have more rights, but just because they have these like resources and they can be bullies doesn't mean they can like don't tread on me, man. Strange. I always got something to say way back there, man. I don't have anything. Dude, I didn't communicate more than you guys. You guys are nuts. You gotta stop taking photos of the... I'm not. Okay, this is just a whole nother level of dirtbag. I don't even have the words. Now, the only time, like, kids were involved in any situation is when, and they're driving their four-wheelers behind my shop on my property, and I told them, like, in the spring, I told Fulvio, you can't, like, what if one of those kids got in an accident on my land? Like, the liability, I can't, are you insane? Especially without helmets. And the sheriff that was down that day, it was like May 6th, she agreed. She's like, yeah, Brandon's got a point there. And Fulvio said, oh, I'll have my lawyer draw something up. No, how about you just not have them go back? So on August 29th, there was like, they were running around with four-wheelers all day. So finally by mid-afternoon, I went out there, rider, a passenger, and then like a toddler in front. And I'm like, that's not safe, and that's on my land. Like, come on. So, and they're spinning this as I'm a pedophile. Like, how the fuck? Come on, man. I mean, I don't think you can be called anything worse in this life than that. It's just such a low and just dirty. Oh, God, it's sickening that these guys would just twist it that way.
Here's this guy. I'm glad this is recording,
like,
right?
What the hell, man?
What the hell? I didn't take any freaking pictures.
He says he says he caught me, but this is like you can't catch something that never happened. Like, okay, if I don't have kids, but if I had kids and I caught someone like taking pictures of them, they would probably be unalive right now. Like, you don't let that shit slide. Like, what do you mean you caught me? I didn't ever have, like, the confrontations I've had with these guys have been like, there's been about 3, like, almost not quite physical, but just very just vocal and just a lot of shouting. It was May, August, and then yesterday. But no, you didn't catch me doing any of that, man. You were straight up lying. Oh, God, this guy.
Your lawyer was supposed to draw something up for the four-wheeler.
And I think that's maybe what he was referring to.
No, because it's a liability. If someone gets in an accident behind my shop, it's on my land.
It's not yours.
It's coming back on you.
Your fucking landmine is the problem. Your bricks.
What the? You're right.
You put them there.
You're gonna sue me.
They're like, those are your bricks, you put them there. I'm like, you're right, I did. Is it like, because I was going to build up like the ground a little bit behind my shop.
Put them there.
You're gonna sue me. Well, for what?
I know, you're garbage.
They're going to sue me for my garbage. So they go from calling me a pedophile to suing me for my garbage. Like, they're stretching so much, like,
All garbage.
Like,
Are you guys insane?
shit, I got to blur that out now.
Sanford and Son. Your Sanford and Son you got going.
I didn't get that reference till Kate looked it up.
Get out of here. Go smoke a blunt.
On the top.
Go smoke a blunt. Calm down. It's all right.
All of it. Get it going. I'm gonna call Jim.
It is.
Come back and give you another notice.
Okay. Good.
I just so unprovoked.
No, it's not. Not in public view.
They're complaining. Okay, Fulvio Sr. just said something about my security cameras. But, okay, I'll show you my security cameras. Here we go. Here's me in my office where I freaking live. You can only see a section like this tall of it out of like 6 cameras. That's it. Like, you always got something to say. Always got something. And it's like, no, man, I barely even come out there. Like, last year, I wasn't out there at all, and because I just didn't even want to see it. And there was a lot of work. That's when they put up their whole thing. And it was just, I didn't even want to see it or deal with it. And, because it was just bad news.
You're my son. Every time somebody comes in here, you got something stupid to say.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. We watch you do it. Every time I drive by, you got something to say, right?
I don't say anything.
I can't fucking
Not every freaking time.
That sounded bad on my part. It sounds like I'm just the neighbor that's always coming out when they get home. But more often than not, they put stuff on my property or park on there, so it's like I'm always keeping an eye out now. Like, and I'm not even around my shop to the degree I used to be when I ran the carpet cleaning business. Because it's just tough for me to be out there, but I don't want them freaking running all over my land, though, either. So, yes, if I notice something going on, I'm going to step out and investigate. The problem is it's too often that's what they do. They just don't give a fuck. It sounded bad in that context, like, oh, not every time. So it came out bad. I realized that. But they also said they watch me all the time and every time.
You do. We watch you do it. Every time I drive by, you got something to say.
And I don't say anything.
I can't fucking
Not every freaking time.
When I do go out there occasionally and say something, I'll say, hey, how's it going? There's been a couple times I said that just so I don't startle them. because when I used to work out in my shop a lot, and my wife would come over and scare the crap out of me, and I'd poop myself, you know, I always told her, hey, maybe announce yourself before you're breathing down my neck. I don't know, and that was like 3 or 4 times I said, hey, when I went out to the shop and they were kind of outside, whatever.
Yours. You don't get to tell people how to get in, how to get out. We got an awful lot of resources, and we're gonna.
Oh, you said that. Yet you need me to pay for half the driveway because you're running streets.
That's when he gives me a smirk, and he's like, they just sent me that letter just to hassle me, just to try to. That's what they do.
This guy. You want
You
so much
gotta
control,
use it. You
Brandon?
gotta pay for it.
It's yours, right? You want guys there's so many trucks going through
You
here.
use it,
You
you
want to
gotta
say
pay
what
for it.
happened? You're
Yes,
responsible
yes.
for it, Brandon. That's how that works legally.
You're
12
rated-
years.
In 100 years, is anyone like I? Remember when you used the excuse? Oh, 100 years people can go behind the bar. Yeah,
Your
that's
reign
it.
is over.
It was never yours to begin with. Your dad's is.
Okay. It's not yours.
What are you saying about my dad? You keep bringing up my dad. You don't even know me. This is the only reason you're here. Why does that mean? What do you mean? Because she gave it to you. You were gifted everything.
This
You're
is
just like my
the worst
brother.
shit.
So don't claim it like you
Listen,
did.
look at. Listen, ready?
Look at.
Are
I
Is
got
your-
carpet tunnel. The struggle is real. Go hang that
Wow.
You see that, man? They're making like who makes fun of people with carpal tunnel? Like, are you like what the kind of? It's just a whole.
like you did. Look at. Listen, ready?
Are you?
I
Is
got
your?
carpet tunnel. The struggle is real. Go hang that
Wow.
You didn't work for this shit. That's what you said.
You don't know me at all. You've made a very, you made a critical error in judgment.
Go away.
Shut up.
Make it go away.
You
Nope.
can't shut up. You don't have enough. I've been quiet for a year. I let you guys do everything. You didn't let me do shit. Mm-hmm. You didn't let me do shit.
That came out southerly for some reason.
Okay, boy.
So I
Let's play ball.
whatever. I don't know why I karate chopped when I went to, like do a baseball bat swing.
Regulation coming at you.
Oh, regular. Ooh. You're gonna use your more resources? You're a fucking douchebag.
Anything. Hey, listen, it's fresh.
You don't know my dad. I don't even freaking. I haven't talked to my parents in years. Before I start keeping her warm, Brandon, go in. Wait, what's that again?
And then
Oh. Them are fighting words. Because you're gonna catch her walking into my place. Okay? Not in a million years. Because we're
they
flying
feed
like
off each
strangling
other.
her
You hear food too there? Oh, what's going on here? Wow, I just caught that. I spent hours editing this earlier just to get it all synced up. And I didn't hear that.
Before I start keeping her warm, Brandon, go in. Wait, what's that again? That's what I said, pussy. Oh. Them are fighting words. Because you're gonna catch her walking into my place. Okay?
Look at him stand there. Food two's there.
Filing a restraining order against you assholes. You stay in here. You don't look happy. You stay in here and I'll start sneaking in.
You're right,
there,
Fu.
okay? Wow.
She doesn't look at. Neither one of us are happy right now with our situation. You are correct in that assumption. And then at the end, his daughter's out there like 20 feet behind him while he's pretty much saying he's going to take advantage of my wife. What kind of fucking people are these? You know, they own a business too in out towards Buffalo, a liquor store. And I'm not going to dox them because I don't want, you know, them to use their resources and do whatever to me. Not yet, at least. Thanks for calling the town of Pomfret because I finally got rid of some vehicles I've been meaning to get rid of. So thanks for that. My shop is starting to look a little nicer. I've been meaning to do that. It's been tough for me to get out there, especially when there's you guys around. The Fulvios, I'm not going to say the last name. And these are bad people. And I just want to get it out there that they suck.